everyone, it's Rachel, and for this video I thought I'd try something a little bit different. This is going to be like a Creative Rachy behind the scenes video, but I thought I'd try and do it in sort of like more of a vlog style and make it more of like a talkative video so I can talk you through things. I was going to film this on my phone, but my phone has really bad camera lighting, so I'm on my really like my proper camera, but it's very heavy to hold up, so I'm just going to pop you down. There we go. Right, so typically my Creative Rachy behind the scene videos focus mainly on me like making charms and mass producing charms and sending charms for my shop updates. But I thought for this video I could focus on sort of all my clay things I do. So like making shop charms, making charms for like my personal collection and just photos to post on Instagram, and then also like the process of me making YouTube tutorials as well. I know that in the past Ruth or XOX Rufus has done videos like this in the past and they've been quite popular, and people have been asking me to do like craft vlog sort of style videos. So I'm doing that because people ask me, not because I'm trying to copy Ruth in any way. She gets complete credit for these types of videos. I don't want to seem like I'm copying. I just thought it'd be sort of a more interesting video to film. Most of you probably know that I am a full-time teacher now, so I have been since the start of the school year, which in Australia is the very start of February. So at the moment I'm on my sort of 2 weeks holidays between term 2 and term 3, so I do have a little bit of time to do some clay, which I'm really thankful for, because term 2 was such a long term and I didn't really get much time to do any clay at all. So that includes filming videos, which you guys have noticed because there's been a little lack of them. Last holidays over Easter I did make some charms for my shop, and I've sort of been like slowly releasing them, but then that stopped when report writing time came and I had to write reports. And then even just making charms for the fun of it, I just don't have time. I get home from school and I either feel like just watching YouTube or I do schoolwork and organize things for school. So I really just haven't had the time for clay. I try to on the weekends, but even then sometimes I lose motivation a little bit. So I'm going to try really hard over these 2 weeks to do as much clay as I can. I'll probably try and bulk film as many videos as I can, so then I can slowly release them throughout the weeks of term 3, and then you guys have content to watch. I know a lot of you have also been asking to bring back the kawaii tutorials, and they will be coming back. It's just that during that report writing time I only made sort of like the Sophie and Toffee kind of videos because I had to put them out. I didn't have to put clay things out. So I kind of had a little bit of a break from that, and then of course I posted the Fortnite thing and everyone's like, she's just trying to like be mainstream and get lots of views, and that's not true at all. It's because I was really motivated to make that video. I know it's not clay, it was resin. I enjoy playing Fortnite, and then of course yeah, I wanted to make that video. It wasn't because it's cool and mainstream and I was trying to get views. As you can see, it's got a lot less views than my clay tutorials, and I don't care. It's because I liked that video and I wanted to make it. It wasn't to try and like get views. So I'll show you my desk at the moment and what I have been working on over the past few days, and then I'll film throughout the day and let you know how I'm going. Also, please let me know if you prefer the more Creative Rachy behind the scenes videos where I just do like the time lapses and you see me sort of like mass producing my charms and seeing the process, or you do prefer these more vloggy type style ones where I can actually talk you through what I am doing at a slower kind of pace and give you tips along the way, maybe. So this is my current setup here. Sorry about the lighting. It is like in the morning time and the light, like the sunlight is on the other side of the house. In my bedroom I have to wait for the afternoon for the sun. But anyway, so over here is a bunch of charms that I made probably last school holidays or even the summer school holidays. Like, it was so long ago. They've just all been sitting there because no motivation. So I've got like some fawn charms that I was going to put on my shop, but I haven't painted on the details, so I probably need to do that. I've got these little hedgehogs which I've made out of white clay, and I need to add some colour. I did start doing that to these two ones. So these were like my watercolor hedgehog designs, but these ones I didn't actually paint for the watercolor effect. I used chalk pastel sort of like dust, and I really like the way like the colors blend a lot more. So I think I'm going to do that for the other ones that are over there. This big container here, this used to have like, it was like a present. I had like makeup or something in it, I don't know. But I've been using it to store my unbaked sort of clay in that I'm working on because it's really good. I can sit it in there and pop on the lid and it doesn't get dust on it. And then of course it's also see-through on the top so I can see what I'm working on and it doesn't just kind of get closed away. At the moment I'm trying to work on these Ravioli Charms for my shop. So I started these ages ago. You can look on Instagram when I started them, and I'm going to sell them in sets of 4. So like in the set you'll get like the square one, the semicircle kind of one, you'll get the sad bitten one, and then the circular one. So I've just super glued all the eye pins on those ones, and then I need to glaze them. That's the last thing I need to do. Over here I've just got some other charms I was sort of glazing. These are some waffles that I need to finish. This was a snow leopard. This was my one that I kind of kept from my last shop restock, but I didn't get a chance to paint it. And then this is just a little cupcake I made for when I graduated. So it's just got like a little graduation cap on. So that's pretty much it for my desk at the moment, just a bunch of random charms doing what they want. I think today I might try and film a video. I'll try and sort out the Ravioli Charms, and then I might just try and have some fun and play around with designs for my personal collection. The charms for my collection I store over in this box, which is like on my dresser, and you can see that in the last how many ever months this is all I've made. So these are where I store my charms ready for a charm update, and then once I have my charm update I put them into my charm collection boxes, which I'll show you now. So these right here are all my boxes. This one on top is for my shop, so I keep all my shop charms in there, which I need to work on refilling, and then all the rest here are just my personal collection, which I'm sure most of you have seen in my charm collection videos anyway. So this is one I did a video on not long ago, and this was my very first charm collection with all my oldest charms I ever made back 6 years ago. This one on top is my most recent one. So this is the charm collection video you'll most likely be seeing next, probably at the end of the year, start of next year. It's nearly full, so that's what it looks like. Yep. And then these other two, of course, you've seen in my charm collection videos. So this is the older one. This is the first charm collection video I made. I don't remember what years I made those charms, and then this is the more recent one. Oh, actually I made this video in 2015, this one was 2017, and then seeing as it seems like I do them every 2 years, I'm guessing this one will be 2019, or like the start of the year. So yeah, look forward to those in 6 months. I also just received the new Sophie and Toffee Elves box for June, maybe? Let me look at the card. Yeah, June. So this is an ocean one. I have to film like what's inside that one, and then also try and work out what I'm going to film a video on, or like a tutorial. So that's that one. I really like the purple box. And then they also sent me to try out was their new subscription boxes. So there's a glitters one, which was came in this small box. So this is their glitters box, and it comes with a bunch of different glitter. Yeah, that's the glitters box. And then this one was their new like silicone mold box. So you get 4 different ones this month, I think. 4 different silicone molds which you can use with resin. So I'll probably also film a video on those boxes and show you what's inside, and I don't know if I'll use the materials in like a tutorial or something, or I'll just do more of like a review sort of unboxing kind of video.
Enough, never be enough. Time to go, still too little.
Okay, so as you just saw from that time lapse, I've just been working on these charms from my shop. So I didn't show you these before, but I have also made some dolphins and some like little popsicles in all different colors. So I just worked on cleaning them and super gluing the eye pins, and now I'm going to go ahead and start glazing them. So I usually glaze with UV resin, as you probably know, but before I do that, so it doesn't like kind of separate on the charm, sometimes it does that, I firstly glaze with my polyurethane what's it called, varnish. So I just keep that in a jar and I just do one layer of that, let it harden, so that just hardens in the air, so I just let them hang to dry, and then once I do that, then I go in with the UV resin and cure it under the sun. But I probably won't do that today because it's been quite overcast lately, and I know I've got like my UV lights and everything, but I do prefer to let them fully harden in the sun as well. So I use the UV light sometimes, but I do prefer the sun. So I think I'll just do the polyurethane part today, let them dry, and then I'll probably leave that for the shop charms and move on to maybe making a YouTube video. Here's just a little up close for you. So these are the Dolphin Charms I've been working on. I've got some darker blue ones. I think there's about 12 of those, and then again I've got 12 of like these lighter blue ones, and then I've got the popsicle charms. So these are also just the Fimo pastel colors. I've got some mint ones, pink, purple and blue. So it's a few hours later now. All the charms that I was showing you before have been glazed with the polyurethane. I've done all the dolphins. I got some popsicles, and then these ones here are just all the last popsicle charms just finishing drying off. I know I said I was going to leave it there, but now it's like come out like really sunny and nice. So I think I might actually go glaze some charms with my resin. I think I'll probably do the ravioli ones because they've been waiting the longest. I reckon if hold on. I remember I posted a photo on my backup account on Instagram when I first started making the ravioli charms, and I want to check the date. Oh, I started making them. Wait, let me show you. It's gonna focus. Yeah, if you can see right down the bottom there, I started making these charms in October last year. That's October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 9 months ago, I started making those ravioli charms. So I think they probably deserve a glaze first. So if you are actually at all interested, I do have a whole separate video on how I glaze with UV resin. But basically I've got this one here, if it's going to focus. This is just the UV Resin Clear by Sophie and Toffee. I've also got ones by MiniatureSweet. I just kind of mix it up. I don't really have like a favorite. They're all from the same place anyway, like sourced, and then they just put on their own label. So I'll do the Ravioli Charms. Basically, I just pour a little bit of the resin into like this old silicone mold I have, and then I use this really old gross paintbrush now, and I dip it in, and then I just kind of like paint it onto the charms, and then I hang them off using a paper clip and go put them out in the sun, and then they cure in the sun. That usually takes, depending on how much light and stuff there is, maybe I leave them out for half an hour, maybe an hour, just to make sure they're fully cured and they're nice and hard and they don't have that kind of like sticky feeling when you like touch them. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and I'll catch up with you later. Also with the resin, I wanted to mention, if it gets like too thick, like when it gets cold in winter, kind of like it is here in Australia now, what I do for my resin is I put some hot water in the sink, and then I just kind of sit my resin in the hot water and like sit the bottle in. I don't fill it up too much. Ooh. I try to make sure it doesn't fall over. I've got to find like a spot. So I sit it in the hot water so it's got like a hot bath, and that just like makes it nice and runny, and it's so much easier to apply onto my charms. So just a little tip for you if you struggle with that at all. So here are the nice shiny Ravioli Charms I've just brought inside. Unfortunately, I only got to do this half, and this half didn't get done because it ended up going really cloudy and rainy. So I'll have to finish those ones another day. But, you know, I did do more than I expected today because I wasn't going to glaze them at all. So right now it's after lunch. I don't think I'll actually get to film any videos today because it's kind of cold, and I craft in my room and I want to go sit out next to the fire. So what I'm doing before I do that is I'm planning some tutorials. Not that you can see that at all. I'm making some sketches of some little cube fruits, kind of like this little pineapple one that I made one time, which you might have seen the tutorial on. A while back I made a like community kind of post, and I asked you guys what sort of tutorials you'd like to see, and someone made a really good suggestion, and they said maybe you could make some more of like the cube fruit little tutorials, but in different ones, because I've only made the pineapple. So I'll show you those now. So these are just some little sketches I'm doing just in grey lead. So I've got my pineapple one just as like a reference. I've kind of like designed a watermelon one I'd like to do, and then I'm going to come up with some other fruits. So maybe like an orange, a strawberry, maybe an apple. We'll see how we go. Personally for me, I always find it so much more motivating to make like tutorials and charms when I've sketched them out first. I don't know if that's because I'm like more familiar with it, like the design, because I have thought about it and sketched it out, or you know, like I can visualize it a little bit more. I'm not quite sure. So usually if I am stuck for designs, I will usually try and do some drawings, and that will usually like get me back into the swing of things. Speaking of YouTube and videos as well, the other day I didn't announce it on any social media, which, I mean, I probably should have, but we reached 200,000 subscribers. So it was actually really nice though when I did hit 200,000, because I hit it at school, and we actually went onto my YouTube channel, not even thinking about it, because for the last week of school, I bought some clay and I got them to kind of be like Creative Rachy, but yeah, not. And so they made clay things, or like clay designs, and then they made a tutorial on their iPads, and then they wanted to watch my very first video because their videos were so good. I was like, this is so much better than my first video. So they wanted to watch it. So we went onto my channel, and I had just reached 200,000, which was really cool because they were all like clapping, and I don't know, it was just really cool to see so many people proud of me in real life, because I always like see the comments and stuff, but I know you're real people, but I don't like see your reactions and stuff. So just have like a whole class like clapping for me and saying like they're so proud and like, well done Miss Haley. It was just really cool. So that's it with my sketches. I'm happy with those. I won't show you guys now because I'll let you wait for the tutorial, which hopefully I'll film maybe tomorrow or the next day. I think for the rest of the day, what I might do is I'll just, like I said, I want to keep warm next to the fire. So I won't like stay in my room and do any sort of like tutorial sort of stuff. So I got my sketches. The other thing I really need to do is decide, oops, not that one. This is the box I was looking for. Just before I filmed me showing what came in the Sophie and Toby Elves box. So now I'm going to try and sort of decide what I want to make for it and what I'm going to do the tutorial on. But like I said, I won't do that today. So yeah, I think I'll leave this video here. I hope you really enjoyed sort of seeing like the behind the scenes bit, like a chattier version, so I can actually tell you things instead of you just seeing time lapses all the time. Let me know if you like this style of video. Sorry, my camera's getting really heavy. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.